You brought it
Studying
on,
it on the ski slopes.
I have it memorized.
you brought it on vacation.
We are live and all set to go.
Good evening. This open meeting of the Northborough Community Preservation Committee is being conducted remotely, consistent with Governor Baker's executive order of March 12, 2020, due to the current state of emergency in the Commonwealth from the outbreak of the coronavirus. In order to mitigate the transmission of the COVID-19 virus, the town of Northborough has advised and directed the Commonwealth to suspend public gatherings. And as such, the governor's order suspends the requirement of the open meeting law to have all meetings in a publicly accessible physical location. All members of the Northborough Community Preservation Committee are allowed and encouraged to participate remotely. The order allows the Northborough Community Preservation Committee to meet entirely remotely, so long as reasonable public access is afforded so that the public can follow along with the deliberations of the meeting. The public is encouraged to follow along using the posted agenda unless the chair notes otherwise. Members of the public who wish to view the live stream of this meeting may do so by going to Northborough Remote Meetings on YouTube via the link listed on the agenda. Ensuring public access does not ensure public participation unless such participation is required by law. This meeting will not feature public comment except to the extent if any of our applicant representatives are present. So having said all that, welcome to the CPC meeting for March 4, 2021. We have a very brief agenda. First of all, I'd like to get a roll call for who is here. Could, let's see, pretty sure I saw Andy. Could you acknowledge?
Yes, here.
And Millie
Here.
and Leslie
Here.
and we have Jeff
Here.
and we have anybody else?
That's it.
And me. Okay. All right, we'll launch into the agenda. Really, the main item was in our previous meetings, we did not take a vote or discuss the article required for the debt service on the White Cliffs. I know that we had listed the amount. Kathy, do you have the accurate new amount
Yep.
from Jason's notes?
Yep, what's on the agenda, the $200,003 and 780.
203,780?
Yep, and that was verified with Jason yesterday or Tuesday. So that we're all set.
And in our budgeting, were we planning on taking that from new revenue as part of the historic? Were we taking it all from new revenue?
I think that we've done that previously, and I think that's the right thing to do.
I thought that was kind of our policy, yep.
Yeah,
Should I
yeah, the article is written that it's coming from the new revenue.
Very good.
I make a motion to appropriate $203,780 from new revenue for the White Cliffs debt service.
Second.
That was Andy with the motion and Jeff seconded.
Yes.
Very good. Is there any discussion on the article?
No, not for me.
Hearing none, we'll need a vote by roll call. Andy,
Yes.
Millie,
Yes.
Leslie,
Yes.
Jeff,
Yes.
and me, John, yes. So that is approved. Thank you very much. The other item is regarding the Northborough Historical Society application.
John, I'll save you breath.
Thank you.
the group, the Historical Society had contemplated coming back and revising their application for an additional $2,000, which they had originally put in their application that they would do fundraising for. Then I think they got a little nervous or concerned that, you know, how would they actually be successful with fundraising during COVID? Then I let them know about the meeting, that we could, you know, slide them in on this meeting. And then in the meantime, they decided they're going to go for trying to do the fundraising. So no action needs to be taken on their application.
Very good. So we can pass over any other discussion there, right?
Mhm.
So our
Yep.
original vote count is maintained. Very well.
The only thing you know, unless you plan on keeping the hearing open for whatever reason, you know, between now and town meeting. I mean, if you want to do that, you can, but you'll eventually need a meeting to close out the public hearing, or you can do that tonight.
I don't see a reason to keep it open. I might suggest another meeting of the committee that I'm going to bring up in a minute, but I don't see a reason to keep the public hearing open. Does anyone else?
I do not.
Very good. Could I get a motion to close the open hearing?
I make a motion to close the open hearing.
Second.
That was Millie and then Jeff second.
Mhm.
I very well need a roll call vote. Andy,
Yes.
Millie,
Yes,
Leslie,
Yes.
Jeff,
Yes.
and me, John. The hearing is closed. Is there any other new business, Kathy?
Well, the only other thing I had was the minutes. I didn't, given that at least four people were going to be absent tonight, I didn't prepare a White Cliffs update. I figured Todd and I could do that at the next meeting.
Very
So
well.
so the only other thing I had was, you know, if you all want to consider the January minutes.
Let's do it. That was the January 7th Community Preservation Committee meeting. The minutes have been set. Are there any comments on the minutes? Any discussion?
I make a
Hearing
motion,
none.
I make a motion to accept the January 7th meetings as noted, as recorded.
I second.
Second.
That was Andy, and I think we'll give it to Millie for the second.
Got me.
And could I get a roll call vote to accept the minutes? Jeff,
Yes.
Leslie,
Yes.
Millie,
Yes,
Andy,
Yes.
and me, John. Very good. And I'm glad Kathy mentioned the White Cliffs update. First of all, Kathy, any sense of when town meeting is going to be?
We actually, the selectmen are going to talk about it and I think schedule it at their meeting on this coming Monday. So we had a staff meeting earlier this week and the days that we were asked to set aside as staff were Saturday, May 1st and Saturday, May 8th as a rain date. But the selectmen have not voted on those dates yet, but it looks like it, you know, it'll be outside at the high school on the 1st.
Nice. Better
Understood.
than July.
Yeah, it might not be quite so hot. Well, having said that, you know, we're going to go before the town again and ask for the debt service on White Cliffs, which has been a formality for a few years. But when I inquired off the record about what's been going on, I'm hearing some frustration on progress for potential uses of White Cliffs. And I'd like the committee to talk that through and see what our role can be going forward and how to help me or help us present it to the town as to what progress there is and put the most positive spin on it that we can. So that said, do you think that we could meet again in a month? on the first Thursday of April.
That works for me.
Should be good for me.
No, actually, John, you and I are at appropriations that night. That's
Really?
April 1st.
It's April 1st.
April Fools.
Okay, that's a little nuts. What about April 8th? Then, the second Thursday, is that okay?
That works for me.
Yep, I can, I just have to double check that we can get a meeting license and host. But, I'll verify that tomorrow.
Okay. Very well, tentatively, April 8th,
Okay.
2021. We can do 7 PM for that, should you be able to get it secured.
Yep.
Okay, that's all I have. Anybody else have any issue, business comments?
Yes.
Thank you for attending. I need a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Thank you, Jeff. Second,
Second. I'm fast tonight, I guess.
You
all
are.
right, give me a second. And all in favor of adjourning, roll call, Jeff,
Aye.
Leslie,
Oh, yeah.
Millie,
Aye.
Andy,
Yes.
and John. And we will apply for the Guinness Book of Records